Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. Today I'd like to continue on with our October 2020 films discussion, wherein I try to upload a video a day talking about a film or a TV show or something that in one way or another has a link, I think, with the season that we find ourselves in at the moment, which is Halloween. Halloween is just around the corner. I'm very excited. Today, I'd like to focus our attention on a very unique viewing experience. And this is from 1987 from the United States. The filmmakers it's directed by James Muro, produced by Roy Frumkes. This is the absolutely wildly inventive, original, and one-of-a-kind work in a lot of ways. Not for everyone, that's for sure, but it is truly spectacular. This is the film Street Trash. Street Trash is here, and this happens to be the 88 films Blu-ray that I have from the UK, but it is region-free, and it has a number of interesting supplements that I think make it worthwhile. And it has the film itself, which is a true splatterfest of a film. So one of the mantras I think of these videos that I've been uploading this month is that these films that I'm talking about are not necessarily for everyone, and they don't have to be. And so if you are not interested in the excessive gore or shock value or violent special effects that are depicted, then you don't have to watch these films, and that's okay. That's completely okay. But if you are interested and you like this kind of film, then these films might be something that you might take a shine to. I think that it holds very true for a film like Street Trash, which is a very gross film. And it has a wonderful quality to it in terms of its gross outness. It really goes there, and it goes there, and it goes there, and it goes beyond what one might expect, which I think is one of the great appeals of this film. The fact that it has a no-holds-barred effect to the way it metes out its special effects scenes when it comes to this particular plot involving this particular community and a kind of drink that leads to very unusual circumstances, and I'll leave it at that. Street Trash has some of the most wildly inventive, unbelievable set pieces included within it. And you look at it and you maybe might have your jaw drop to the floor in terms of how gross this stuff is, and you either go along with it or you don't. And hopefully if you go along with it, you can see that there is a fun and a real potential a gross out type of entertainment time that is involved in a film like Street Trash. I think it's a really unique brand of entertainment because it really goes for the jugular, and its set pieces are outlandish. There is an almost gross out comic book quality to it, and I mean that in very positive, respectful tones, because it does feel very much like a fantasy type of situation that's being played out, albeit in very gross and bubbly and sticky and sort of liquidy types of terms. And but that's the sort of fun that we can expect from films like this, and that's one of the appeals of watching films, especially horror films and low-budget horror films from the 80s like this, because we get a lot of this kind of spectacle played out on screen. And there is a camp factor to this film. This is a film that I think, in a very playful way, doesn't always take itself very seriously. And I think that's a very positive trait as well, because it knows what it is and still makes so much great efforts to entertain within the bounds of this particular genre. And as I say, I am so taken with this film. I've had many encounters with this film over the years, and on VHS tape mostly. And I remember one of the first encounters I had many, many years ago. A friend of mine was introducing this film to me, and he was saying, "Oh, you have to watch this film, Street Trash, Street Trash." And at the time, wasn't aware of it. So what is it? What is it about? And he described it to me as, and I will never forget this. He says, "Oh, it's a barfarama." And he called it a barfarama. And I was wondering to myself, what exactly does that mean, barfarama? And so I watched the film, and oh, indeed, it seems to satisfy the elements of the definition of the term barfarama. And so you take that, and you take from that what you will, and you either go with it or you don't, as I say. And it is an over-the-top gore-fest, campy, cult classic comedy, horror comedy, that is unbelievably entertaining. It's sick, it's gross, and it's entertaining as heck. So that is the marvelous and, as I say, incredibly inventive work that is Street Trash. The how should I put it? It's a very gooey type of film. And sometimes gooey films are among the most entertaining. And so I would strongly suggest checking this out if you haven't already. I know that there are many ways to watch this film. One of these ways is, as I say, this 88 Films release. This is from the 88 Vault series that they have, a sub-series of the 88 Films releases. I've mentioned 88 Films before. I'm a big fan of 88 Films, in fact. And so it's good to have this, and especially the fact that it's a region-free release, which is really lovely. So this is the wildly unforgettable and absolutely mind-splatteringly spectacular work that is called Street Trash. Once again, it's not for everyone, but if you are okay with this kind of stuff, then have fun, because it is that and then some. So the film is Street Trash. Okay, my friends, so that's it for now. And so until we meet again, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, my dear friends, and cheers.